Hello students, today you're going to take vocabulary notes on motion. Some of these terms relate to the unit that we've been talking about, motion and gravity. Vocabulary notes are the ones you draw pictures and you make original sentences so you don't have to make a summary. Like all videos, make sure you rewind it if it's going too fast or pause it if you need a minute to draw the pictures. Let's begin. For the first one, write projectile motion. Projectile motion is a curved path an object follows when it is thrown or propelled near the surface of the earth. So you can see here, there's a cannon firing, and you can see these arches or arcs. These are projectile motion. These are the curved paths that happen because gravity is pulling on the object. This is the image you draw. It's the same one that's on the side little picture. You can see clear in this picture the arches. Now, no matter how different the arches look, they're both being pulled at the same speed. For example, here's a ball, a red ball and a yellow ball falling. This one is falling and it's also being pushed to the right, so it has not only downward force but horizontal force. And you can see that if you compare here and here, they're still falling at the same rate here and here. It just creates this parabola because there's horizontal movement aside from the downward movement. Alright, this is the kind you make an original sentence, so go ahead and write this original sentence. I always do the first one for you. Write projectile motion as a result of gravity and of forward force. Once you're done, make sure you do that for the other ones. I'll just do this one for you. And then draw this picture. Alright, moving on to 2. Freefall. We talked about freefall. We actually never used the actual term, but freefall is when gravity is the only force. It's an unbalancing of forces when gravity is the only force acting on the object. It can only happen when there is no air, so in a vacuum chamber or in outer space you can see freefall. This is the picture you draw. This is a feather and an apple, and they're falling at the same rate. Here's a bigger picture, and here's a caption. It says air resistance usually causes the feather to fall more slowly, as I've demonstrated and showed you in videos and things. But in a vacuum, they would fall at the same rate because there's no air to slow down the feather more. There's no air resistance. So free fall is when something falls at the same rate because there is no air. Alright, go ahead and make up your own original sentence for number 2. And if you're done, let's move on to 3. Okay, moving on to 3. For number 3, centripetal force. Centripetal force is the imbalanced force that makes things move in a circular path. This is a picture that matches, and let me explain it a little bit more. Centripetal force is when there's a forward motion and the pull of gravity, and you can see these circular patterns develop, like the moon going around us. It's because the moon wants to go forward, but gravity is pulling it this way, so you have these circular orbits, which is called centripetal force. Alright, go ahead and make an original sentence for centripetal force, and then draw this one with somebody holding a string and making a circle above their head with a rock or another object. And then make your original sentence. Alright, here's the last term for today. Inertia. Every object that has atoms has an inertia. Inertia is the ability of an object to resist motion. For example, this student pushing on this car we say has a lot of inertia. It takes a lot of force to get, because it's such a big mass, to get it moving. Here's a bigger picture, and of course this bicycle would have less inertia because it has less mass. So it's the amount of force that's required to get an object to accelerate or to start moving. Okay, when you're done with those 4, go ahead and write your original sentence for 4, and then you can be done with the video and move on to step 2. Have a great day.